Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to all the Akimat on the four corners, teaching truth and sincerity. This is Dasha Require Mouth uh, of the GMS Dodgers camp, coming at you with a quick hit. Lord's willing is edifying unto to the hopeful elect. Okay, just got out of camp. The officers camp over here at GMS Dallas. And it was such a beautiful lesson. I had to end off, on what the brothers was talking about. Because in a nutshell, they were talking about how Yahweh Shemiah Shai, has favor unto his chosen. As it says in here, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4. I'm gonna start at 15, because this world can't see, the things that we see. All right, and the things that we see are of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and is ultimately going to bring it's going to bring the reward for the elect. Okay, so I'm going to read this Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 verse 15, because this was Enoch. This whole book, well, yeah, this whole book in Wisdom of Solomon 4 was talking about Enoch and how he was translated. So I'm just going to get to 15 and 16, and then I'm going to jump back to chapter 3. It says, this the people saw and understood it not, neither laid up this in their minds, that his mercy, that his grace and his mercy is with his saints, and he hath respect unto his chosen. So Yahweh Shemiah Shai, his mercy, is given unto the elect, for all the things that they might have done in this life or in their past lives. All right, because we put our hand to the plow. We chose to seek out Yahweh Shemiah Shai in all his ways instead of living according to the flesh on this side. Okay, and it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai that we are still in a sound mind. All right, because he grants all this unto his elect, the ones that chose him over the carnality of this world. Okay, verse 16, it says, thus, Salakia. No. It was 15. It says, this people saw and understood it not, neither laid up this in their minds, that his grace and his mercy is to his saints, and he has respect unto his chosen. Going back here to Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1, because they were hinting on, the gold in the fire, and how the elect is protected by Yahweh Shemiah Shai, because we are found in his hands to be Slakia. We are found in his hand to be defended from all the said perils of this world. So I'm going to read this. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and there shall no torment touch them. All right? So no torment. We're not going to be afflicted by this world. Okay? We're not going to be held accountable to all the wickedness of this world. All right, because our minds are steadfast on him, which is Yahweh Shemiah Shai, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of Negroid descent. All right, verse 2, it says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, but their departure is taken from misery. Salakia, it says, and their departure is taken from misery. So in this world, if we die, the world thinks that, oh, woe is him, but really, if we die on this side, calling out by Shemi Shai, we don't have to go through that trial, which is going to try all flesh. All right, because everybody's about to be put in the cattle squeeze, and everybody's going to be tried on this side, with that MOTB, okay, to see if you're going to take that MOTB, all right. But if you die in the truth, all right, your works follow you, all right. So I'll continue on. It says, and their goings from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. So if we die on this side, all right, the world sees that we're in utter destruction, but Yahweh Shemi Shai has already given us his peace. All right, so we don't have to worry about what's going to happen, after death. We already know that we go to the Father. All right, we receive our judgment or we receive our blessing. We get put to the side until all be fulfilled. All right, so continuing on, verse 4, it says, For though they be punished in the sight of men, though we go through all this hell, this torment, all right, mentally dealing with demons, fighting, battling, praying to Yahweh Shemi Shai for salvation above all else. All right, it says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, all right, so they see all of our hell. Like what does it say in that Baruch chapter 4 verse 24? Bible Shah, I'll pull it real quick. This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 24. It says, like as the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from Yahweh Shemi Shai, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Okay, so they seen us go into captivity. All right, but now they're gonna see Yahweh Shemi Shai, have care for his elect. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3. Okay. See, verse 4, it says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. So, like I just read in that Baruch, the whole world has seen our punishment. All right, they've seen us get afflicted. Okay, they've seen all of our people, go to Babylon the Great, or AKA America, but all the other, parts of the world that the Israelites were scattered to. All right, for our punishment for transgression the law, such as commandments of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right. So I'll go to 5. It says, and having been a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh Shemi Shai proved them, all right, and found them worthy for himself. All right. So with us being on this side, all right, and with us, being in these chains of darkness, all right, which is an affliction, all right, with the curses upon us, so if we break one curse, we will be punished for it. All right, so we were punished, because we transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, and Yahweh Shemi Shai had favor on an elect few. All right, he didn't have favor on the whole nation, but the elect. All right, since the elect was chosen, all right, they have been greatly rewarded. All right, for Yahweh Shemi Shai proved them and found them worthy for himself. All right, so we were set apart. That's what the word holy means. In that Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Shemi Shai power. Yahweh Shemi Shai has chosen thee to be a special people above all the people on the face of the earth. So we're going to be set apart from everybody else and put in a area all to our own. All right, loosely paraphrasing. I'll go to 6. This is the point. It says, "As gold in a furnace hath he tried them." All right, and given them as a burnt offering. All right. So Yahweh Shemi Shai has tried those elect men that were set apart from everybody else on the planet Earth. All right. And then Yahweh Shemi Shai found that they were worthy. All right. All right. He tried them and received them. So that means that he found that they were worthy. They were worthy because they passed the test. All right, as a burnt offering. And what is a burnt offering? A burnt offering for Yahweh Shemi Shai is like a offering up a sacrifice. All right, so we were sacrificed. We gave up our lives on this side to be sacrificed to Yahweh Shemi Shai. So in the kingdom to come, all right, we live forevermore and we reign with Yahweh Shemi Shai forever. All right, so I'll read that again. As gold in the furnace has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Verse 7, it says, in the time of their visitation, whenever the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai cometh upon them, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. That means that he's going to give us that power. He's going to, in the visitation, he's going to give us that power. All right. And we're going to run like sparks on the stubble, going back and forth on this planet Earth, setting up the kingdom of heaven, and pronouncing judgment on those that wasn't judged in this first life. All right. But in the life to come, holy hell is going to be done to them. All right, and that's in that. I'll pull it. That 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. I perceive. Let me pull it real quick. 2 Thessalonians, Salakia. That's on me. Stammering lips, right? It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Shemi Shai power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right. And though, Salakia, it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Shemi Shai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach shall be revealed from heaven, all right, with his mighty angels, all right, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh Shemi Shai. So all these other nations that thought that this truth of ours was ludicrous, all right, thought that we were going out of our minds. I thought that we weren't worthy of shit, that we was niggas, that we was spiggers, that we were Uncle Tomahawks. Yeah. So all this is about to come back upon you, okay? It says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh Shemi Shai and that obeyed not the gospel of our Lord Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right, so Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to punish them because they chose not to follow him. What's that? Luke chapter 19, verse 27. If they wish that I do not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. That's a punishment. That's a punishment because you chose not to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemi Shai whenever it was offered up unto you. In that 2nd Ezra chapter 9, all right, he tried to offer you grace, but you chose not to receive it, and this is where we're at. But call Yahweh Shemi Shai for this word, that he gave unto his apostles, in past time and in these times. All right. So with that, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Shalom, shalom.